I always come back to this idea that there's a child who, the day that we came to their PE class and they were like, "What is that?" We said, "This is a lacrosse stick." That ended up being a very transformational experience. Lacrosse then became a really important support structure for them over a long period of time. I had an interest in moving to LA, and I got a very fortunate email one day from Doc O'Connor. I thought Doc was the kind of person who could really get this thing off the ground. It became clear that we both felt like this was a project we could do together. I asked him if he'd be willing to make an investment up front and help me to launch a program, and he very generously agreed, and that was the start of something really special. So in the beginning, it was just kind of like, let's find a group of kids and let's give it a shot. Let's prove that if we offer kids a free lacrosse experience, that they will participate and that they will learn a lot of important things from that, and we'll go from there. In the first year, we had a set of middle schools, and we really were offering a clinic every Wednesday. So there were 81 kids that participated from 5 schools, and we just brought them all together to one field and played some form of lacrosse. It didn't always look exactly like what you might traditionally expect lacrosse to look like. We had a guest come to one of those practices. He was like, "This is great, but do you think that you'll ever be able to sort of like feel the competitive lacrosse team from this?" I'd say it tested my faith in the beginning, you know, because we were struggling with some really fundamental issues on the field. I sort of always believed in the idea of the work no matter what, and if our kids are never really outstanding lacrosse players, that's not that important. We just want them to have City Lacrosse be an important part of their life. We really started from square one in every sense of the word. But I also think it's a really powerful idea for the kids to think back and say, what did this look like when I first started, and what are the things that I was struggling with, and now look at myself and look at all these skills that I have and look at all the work that I've put into it. That's kind of one of the most important ideas we want the kids to take away from it. Now, if you participate in City Lacrosse, you can participate in over 300 hours of programming throughout the year, and that includes field trips and enriching experiences to places like SpaceX, college enrichment services, career exploration services to really help kids see what else is out there in the world that they may not be exposed to. That really drives where I want it to go. I want to continue to offer more services so that we can be an important driving force for achievement in your life from 5th grade through 12th grade or even beyond. I dream of a day when there's a great City Lacrosse alum who takes over this job, that they become the executive director for the organization, and I think that would represent something very powerful about our intervention. To everyone who's been a part of the City Lacrosse community thus far, I would say thank you in a very personal way. I've done this work because I want to serve others, and that drives me, but I don't think there's any real way for someone else to understand all the ways that this has served me. It's fulfilled me in ways that I could have never imagined, and that's only possible because everyone else has made sacrifices and become part of City Lacrosse community. So in a way that's very personal, thank you for being a part of it. As a call to action to everyone who's part of our community, I would say the same thing that I say to our kids all the time. Each time we make progress on the field or we take a step forward, the appropriate response is to raise the bar and have higher standards for ourselves. And so I want everyone who's part of our community to think about, how else can I support City Lacrosse? What more can I do? And let's think creatively about how we can do that. If everyone challenges themselves to think about how they can continue to support City Lacrosse even more, whether that's with a donation or with their time, or as a participant in our program, improving their own attendance or their own effort or their own behavior, all of those things will make this powerful in ways that we can't even imagine right now.